And we will now discuss the deepening ties between India and Jamaica. And for that, we are joined by Amrit Lagoon, a former senior diplomat. Sir, a very warm welcome to the broadcast. First ever bilateral visit of a Prime Minister of Jamaica to India. And, you know, the two countries share diplomatic ties since many, many years. How do you see this? And how do you think this visit of Prime Minister Andrew Holness will strengthen the bilateral ties even more? And as far as, cooperation in multiple sectors like technology, energy, education and security is concerned?
Yeah, in fact, the visit of Prime Minister Holness, who happens to be, when he was elected the youngest Prime Minister of Jamaica, he was originally scheduled to visit in April 2020.
Yeah.
But then, because of the COVID situation and international situation, the visit could not happen. But he had already announced that during the visit, the resident mission of Jamaica would be opened in Delhi. And though his visit did not happen, the mission of Jamaica, or the resident embassy or high commission, let us say, of Jamaica was opened. And the first High Commissioner was appointed in, I think, 2021. Whereas India, of course, had opened its diplomatic mission soon after our the first visit of a Prime Minister to Jamaica in 1975, Mrs. Indira Gandhi. And, then in 1976, we had opened a mission in Jamaica, in Kingston. And of course, then Prime Minister Vajpayee had also visited Jamaica in 2003, but that was mainly for the NAM summit. So the long overdue visit from Jamaica, which of course, one thing is that it's in a distant place. It's a relatively small country in the West Indies. But in spite of that, we have had a lot of energizing in a relationship in the last few years. In 2017, their Foreign Minister Johnson had visited India. That was the first Foreign Minister visit by Jamaica. But of course, other ministers, especially from trade, economy, etc., have been visiting India from Jamaica. The then President, Mr. Ramnath Kovind, had visited Jamaica in 2022.
So how big is this now? How big is Prime Minister's visit?
Yes,
how do you assess it?
I was coming to that only. So there has been a momentum, and it has shown very clearly in the trade sector, where the bilateral trade, which used to be around $28 to $29 million in 2010-2011, has grown, as per the statistics of our Ministry of Commerce, to nearly $128 million last year. And trade, of course, is heavily in India's favor. 90% of the trade is in our favor. So Jamaica, it's a small country relatively. So it appears that a lot of trade is not only going to Jamaica, from exports from India of the services, but also to the neighboring Caribbean countries, which is a good sign in spite of the differences. And I'm sure that technology is helping in this regard. In India, in fact, had set up, under the ICT capacity enhancment program of developing countries, a big ICT center in Jamaica, which is helping. In the visit, before the visit, we had announced Mr. Kovind's visit, Honorable Rashtrapatiji's visit, increase in high-tech slots, which is another major way of bridging people-to-people contact from 30 to 50. And I think already the Prime Minister has announced during this visit to name a road in front of the Jamaican High Commission
correct.
in India. But before that, we must also acknowledge that Jamaica has also been, giving us a good gesture by naming roads in the name of Indian dignitaries. They have
Definitely, sir.
Definitely. Mahatma Gandhi has been installed in Jamaica, and one in
And sir, one thing which PM Modi highlighted are the 4 C's, you know, which characterize India-Jamaica relations: culture, cricket, Commonwealth, and CARICOM.
yes.
How do you react to that?
Yes, yes, that is in fact in the cultural aspect, we have had a cultural exchange program, and then in 2012, ICCR, Indian Council for Cultural Relationship, in the University of West Indies, where it's a very big university, where, as I was mentioning, the statue of Mahatma Gandhi was first installed, in 2012. So the chair of Indian Studies was established, and it has been renewed. And the latest one, it was renewed just 2022 for another 5 years.
Yeah.
So culturally, we are very strong. The Indian diaspora, which is nearly 70,000 now, which has doubled since its independence, they play a very big role in this thing. In fact, the latest statue of Mahatma Gandhi was installed in a place where Indian diaspora play a big role. Cricket, of course, we know, is a big draw between the two. And also in CARICOM, India is very much associated with CARICOM because all the 12 members of CARICOM, most of them are members of the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
And India CARICOM Summit, which was held in New York on the sidelines of UNGA 2019, India had announced, setting up of a food park in Jamaica with the help of FAO for 2-year project. I think $1 million grant was announced by our Prime Minister Modi.
And
so
also,
that,
sir,
has been started implementing last year after tripartite agreement between the three sides.
Yeah. Also, sir, 4 MOUs were signed between the two countries, in various sectors. Now, with the signing of 4 key MOUs, how do you see this shaping the future of India-Jamaica relations?
Yes, these agreements will further cement, or give institutional weightage or, backing to the growing relationship. As I told you, in the digital space, India has already set up a big ICT center, and Jamaica being a part of the English-speaking world, it's very easy to develop all these programs. And as I said, a cultural program due for renewal, so it has been
all right.
increased. And of course, in the sports field, I think Mr. Modi had already, Prime Minister had commented that our relationships should grow faster than Mr.
Usain Bolt. Yeah, correct.
So
correct.
It is natural to give this spin. So we're looking forward to that. Yes.
All right, lovely having.
We definitely hope a boost and. Prime Minister Holness has been very pro-India. He's a young Prime Minister, so it bodes well for our future.
Definitely. All right. Wonderful having you on the broadcast, sir. Thank you so much for joining in.
Okay, welcome.